OnlyFans.
Well,
Hi everybody, welcome to your podcast. Welcome to my podcast. This is Bodyguard of the Mind. You have to do it, coach.
what's it?
Bodyguard of the Mind.
Of the mind.
There you go.
Okay, there it is, right there.
Here, this is my special guest in advance. Thank you, coach, for giving me your time to do this. I truly appreciate it.
No problem at all.
How you feeling today?
I'm okay. It's a little humid outside. I know it's going to rain, but you got to deal with it.
You like the rain?
I love the rain. Things grow, right? You need water. Water of life, right?
Yeah, whatever you water, it grows in life. That's my belief. I don't know if you think it's true?
I believe so. You got it. I mean, you can't live in the drought, can you?
No.
There it is, then.
Okay, we're just gonna start asking about. Introduce yourself.
Oh.
I know who you are, but they don't know who you are.
How you doing? My name is Evander Hood. I go by Ziggy here, assistant defensive line coach here at Navarro. Played 11 years in the NFL, grew up in Amarillo, Texas, so not too far away.
So what are you? You say you play 12 years. Right?
11, yes.
11 years. How was that experience to you personally? What are something that you have take away? The good, the bad, the positive, the negative?
Well, there's always going to be good and bad, especially, growing up and then, playing professional ball. I've been playing professional ball since I could remember. Like I said, 4 years in high school, college, University of Missouri. I was fortunate to get drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers first round in 2009, played ball since. Recently retired. I feel like I want to continue in the football aspect realm.
You wanted to continue?
I wanted to continue, but when you're 34 years old and they're looking for younger guys, you got to know how to have a second plan just in case. Yes, so like I said, I can't complain. I mean, I appreciate every door and opportunity that the NFL has provided. So now it's my turn to get back to the young men and allow them to put in a position for where I'm at right now, currently in my life, for them to excel and do better than where I was.
Great. When you were, because I know a lot of young kids are going to watch this video, but just to start off, for those who are in high school and they want to have a career in football, what would your advice be to them? You
got to be consistent at whatever you do. You got to do the little things, not some of the time, none of the time. You got to do them all the time. Whether that's getting good grades, listening to your teachers or your peers, and understanding that any actions that you do will have consequences, good or bad. You have to understand that everything's happening for a reason in life, whether that's it's positive or negative. But the problem is that some kids now these days, anything that happens negative, they seem to go downhill with it and don't learn how to grow and properly understand how to better themselves from the situation and stuff. If we can understand that as a society, especially as young people, anything that happens, we need to take the good from the good, and also whatever negative that happens, understand why it happened and try not to repeat the same mistakes as time goes by.
I completely agree, especially me as a young, I play soccer here at Navarro. When something negative comes to you, it depends on the perception that you give it to. If you have an injury, don't look at, oh, I'm injured. Look at it, oh, I'm going to have more time to recover, more time to work on my mental health, more time to... You have to be able to take the positive side in whatever happens to your life, because there is always going to be a positive side. The question is, are you willing to take the positive part, regardless of the pain, regardless of the struggle, regardless of the challenge? It's a matter of choice at the end of the day, I think.
Absolutely, and I think choices are big, and then some choices are more magnified to where it puts you in position to excel, and some choices will either bury you or somehow stop you.
And you have to deal with it. It's your choice. Nobody forces you. The good and the bad, you take it as it comes.
Absolutely.
Your name is Ziggy.
Yes.
Ziggy.
Ziggy.
Ziggy. How do you come with that name?
Well, the thing is,
what are the origins of your name?
I'm half black, half Mexican. So.
Do you speak Spanish?
No, absolutely not.
You have español.
Trust me, I went to high school, I took the whole Spanish class and everything.
It didn't work.
And it didn't work. For some odd reason, it didn't work. On my mother's side, it's, all Hispanic. Everybody can, me sitting in conversation with them, it's all over the place.
Except you.
Yeah, so it's my fault pretty much. So I made the choice whether I should listen or not, and you see what, happened when I didn't listen. My grandma couldn't say Evander, which is my real name, and so she gave me her favorite cartoon character. It's a little Ziggy.
Wow.
And if you're not up to date or up in range of cartoons back in the day, Ziggy was in an actual comic book. It's a little cartoonish, had a little white dog, and they went on different adventures and stuff like that. But from then, I've been called Ziggy ever since then. So even now, I'm Ziggy around this campus. Only a select few really know my real name, Evander. So.
Evander.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know.
Like Holyfield, the boxer.
When you were a child,
Mm-hmm.
do you dream of everything that have happened to you? Was it your goal to play in the NFL? Was it your goal to be a coach? Was it your goal to be here? Was it in your mind? Do you imagine that all the success that you have gained in your life
Mm-hmm.
will happen to you?
Well, when you're younger, you want to be anything, fireman, policeman. You want to be, like your pops. You want to be like your brother. For me, football was huge. I played all sports growing up. But the thing is, the great thing about my generation when we grew up, we had movies that inspired us, gave us ideas of what we wanted to, achieve back then. So the movie, The Program, a lot of people don't know that's one of the greatest football movies out there. Any Given Sunday with Jamie Foxx, Robert De Niro. And, movies like that really pushed me towards the continued in football. But it wasn't just the whole dynamics of the situation, but it's being great at what you do. So as high school went on, I got better. When collegiate came at University of Missouri, and I made a name for myself there, that's when everything took off and excelled. Said, hey, in order to achieve this next step of playing professional ball, this is what I have to do. And so I had to position myself, whether that's being the best shape, being the best defensive, tackle at the point during the time. And then not only that, do things right, say things right, and also represent myself. Not only that, represent my hometown, Amarillo, represent my parents, represent my family.
Your legacy.
Pretty much, and then excel and push that and make sure that I try to do the right things. Even though I didn't, but I still try to do better most of the some, and I was able to stay consistent with what I did. And then it was a long story from there.
Wow. You say that in order you had to be great. How do you become great?
Well, you got to do the small things, very consistent. You're going to hear me say a lot here on this podcast is consistency. Whether it's the small things of getting up early in the morning time and making sure that you stick to a schedule, it's also about being consistent. When you can do the little things consistently over and over and over and over again, that's when you become great. Whether it's born or not, if you form these habits that if you don't do it or achieve it during the day, it knocks off everything because you haven't gotten done, and it plagues your mind in order for you to get it done, whether that's late at night or right early in the morning. You have to do it consistently.
That's the thing. Personally, me, I know motivation is good, but I don't rely on motivation much. Mm-hmm. I rely on my discipline, mm-hmm. on my determination, mm-hmm. and on my consistency. Mm-hmm. Because motivation comes and goes. Mm-hmm. But when you are consistent, when you are disciplined, mm-hmm. you're going to maintain that work ethic. Mm-hmm. No matter what, you're going to go and do it. You're like, oh, I'm waiting to be inspired. Why would you wait to be inspired? You're going to get inspired in the process. Mm-hmm. At least if you start step by step, you're going to, now I feel motivated to keep going. But just start. And if you rely on motivation, it can be something external. It has to come inside of you because you are the one who wants to go. You are the one who has a dream. So why would you expect an external force to come and be like, hey, wake up, hey, work hard, hey, pursue your dreams? No, you have to know because it's you. You're the one who has dreams and goals, right? So you want somebody else to come to work for your dreams and goals? No. Rely on discipline, determination, and consistency. Plus, I believe too that motivation can open you the door, but consistency, determination, and discipline can make you stay in the building.
Absolutely.
Just think about it.
Absolutely.
Who inspires you?
Well, to be honest, it's It's my family. I got 2 young boys. I have a wife, and
Shout out to them. Hi, family here.
Hello, Sarah. Hey, Josiah. Hey, Jeremiah. It's just that knowing that if I fail, I let them down, and that's enough motivation to keep me pushing. Get that last extra rep, that last extra push that you need in order to put you over the edge that makes you better than the next person. So even if you do fail, you still accomplish what you have done and you set your sight out to do.
You just mentioned failure, which is a big aspect in today's society because a lot of people reject or they don't want to fail. How do you approach failure? How do you approach mistakes?
I approach it like it's a challenge. You know, if you're doing things that's going to push you in a position to get better and you fail, hey, I got to get there, so I have to achieve it. I fail every other day. So since I retired, you know, my biggest thing is get back into my strength as far as lifting and in the weight room and stuff like that. So I set these goals out for myself. Just earlier this week, a certain rep range I wanted to get with a certain weight I didn't get. But I tracked that. Okay, I understand why I didn't get this. Okay, why did I not get this? Did I not get enough rest on the weekend? How was my nutrition? Did I come with my mind focused? And then I try to understand that aspect. Okay, so next time I attempt it will be the following Monday and I do it again. What changed and what was different? So when you be able to understand where you failed at and why it happened, you're able to succeed at what you're going to do next, especially for the next goal in life that you're trying to achieve.
I agree with that, especially because me, for example, I have failed so many times and I'm not going to fail in the future, but I will never stop trying, at least. And what me personally have learned from failure is that when you fail, that failure is teaching you something. Maybe your attitude was not the right one, maybe your actions, maybe what you said, maybe what you did. So when you fail, it's going to tell you that, hey, this road is not for you. Look for another side. Or, hey, this thing is not working. Look for another thing. How? Because you have failed. Nobody has born knowing how to do something specifically. Through the process and learning, people get better. So if you fail, what will you stop? At least you are trying. Most people don't fail because they don't even try. They don't try nothing new. They're going to stay comfortable. They made a mistake, they're not able to acknowledge your mistake. Your mistake is there, you're the one who made it. At least acknowledge it, and if you can't change it, but at least you know, oh, I made this mistake. Okay, you tell yourself, don't do it again. And if you do it again, you go again. If you go again, because there is always going to be a chance for you to do better and be better, regardless of how many times you're going to fail in life in general.
Absolutely.
How do you recruit? Like, you are a coach, right?
Yes.
What are some things that you look in a player? What are some qualities that you look like I want you in my team?
Okay, so playing my position, especially in football, you have to be almost somewhat kind of crazy. You have to be aggressive, but you got to know when to turn the switch on and off. What I look for in a player, I try to understand their background and understand where they're coming from. But at the same time, if you can accept criticism, if you're willing to listen and not try to make it out as far as, oh, everybody's on me, it's my fault all the time, I don't need to do this, or if it's too much, I can just quit. These are the qualities I truly cannot accept. Because not only that, if in order for me to be the best you want me to be, I need you to be the best for me. Now, whether that it goes back to failing, if you try, I can understand that. I can work with that. I'd rather take a non-talented kid over somebody that's off the charts with records and X, Y, and Z, but is arrogant. You can't tell them nothing. They're will not try because they feel like they have already arrived. I'd rather take a kid that's going to work hard and is going to do everything he can to try to put himself in a position, because those are the ones you can rely on. And when things get tough, you can turn to that guy and ask him, can you make this happen? And then you can put your faith, and you can go to the Vegas bet, put all your chips on this guy and say, you know what, I believe in him and I'm going to work with him. those are the guys I prefer to work with. And I guess in our world, you know, prima donnas. The prima donnas I can't fool with because I don't treat myself like that, because I have yet to really achieve what I want in life. So how can I ask of a player when I have yet to do it? But since I haven't done that, what can I show that guy in order to achieve that next level, get to where I'm at, and excel at a faster rate than I did when I was playing?
Wow, what a great perspective, because it's so much involved, and it's not what you were mentioning is not much like physical quality. Those are more like mental qualities, to be confident, to not be arrogant. And I think it ends up in a matter of your work ethic, because there is somebody who's smarter than you, stronger than you, nicer than you, has a better car, a better house, a better clothes than you, but there is nobody who's you, and that's a superpower. So I think we human beings, we need to be able to outwork every single person in your field. If you can outwork anybody, then you're great. Don't look at, what a person is doing, other person is not. Look at you. And it's a fact, somebody is smarter than me. I'm not afraid to say it because it's the truth. Somebody is more talented than me. Somebody is more tall than me, but nobody's me. And I know nobody can outwork me. So having that confidence is gonna make you able to say, okay, this is a challenge. Your coach wants you to do 10 reps, you tired. Are you gonna go? Or are you gonna stop? I know, coach, I'm tired. Ask somebody else. No. If you can run, then walk. If you can walk, then score in the ground. But you have to be able to outwork anybody. And that's come with consistency, as he mentioned, determination, and discipline. Anybody that is, especially when we talk about sports, that it's something physical, mainly mental too, because the mind carries the body. Without a healthy mind, can you have a healthy life? I don't think so. So for everybody out there who do sports, yes, you can be mentally, physically strong, but are you mentally strong? Are you mentally tough? Can you outwork your challenges? Can you fail failure? Can you adapt to whatever your coach is telling you to do in order for you to get better? Or you're gonna be like, no, I know everything, I'm good. Why should I do this? Why should I do that? Anything to add about that, coach?
Well,
add something else?
I'm just gonna speak from a man's perspective.
Yeah.
We men have been taught, don't show emotions. You cannot cry. You can't feel like you can't feel sad. And that's the problem that we have right now. And for me, it took a long time for me to understand that, because was I the greatest husband as far as listening and communication? No. Was I the best father? Because sometimes I put football before family, and that's the worst thing to do. Now that I look back at it, how could I allow myself to do that and then try to teach these young men to try to do the right things when I failed at the right necessary things, the ones that really mattered at the time. So as I continue my path and journey in this lifetime, I have forgiven myself over many mistakes I have caused, but understand these are the problems that we're going to continue to have if we don't have more men come out and say it's okay to cry, it's okay to feel like the world is caving down on your shoulders, because then now you open yourself up, because now other men and women will start to realize, what, I'm not the only one. If we can turn and face ourselves in the mirror and understand this is who we are, not who we want to be, if we can somehow change and mold that at the same time, help others, this whole world will be a whole lot better society.
Wow. I don't know if anybody will be able to understand the magnitude of the wisdom that you just spread. Men don't cry. Before being a man, you are a human being. And human beings do what? Cry. Me too, when I was growing up, they were saying that my brother, no, you don't cry. Hey, stand up always. You have to protect. But he's a person too. He has feelings, he has emotions. So by men, okay, I want to tell you about how I grew up. By them not showing their emotions, then when they grow up, they end up being arrogant. They end up spreading negativity. They are traumatized. Why? Because how they grew up don't show your emotions. What will not show you those are not your emotions. So what will not show it? It affects tremendously how we grew up and how we're gonna end up in life. But you can change in the middle. It's completely okay to change. But as he said, if we can come as humans, male, female, and be like, hey, it's okay to cry. Hey, it's okay to fail. Hey, it's okay to not feel good today. Hey, things are not working out. Hey, I'm broken inside. Hey, I'm not doing good in class or in school with my relationship with my family. It's okay. Everything don't have to always be a rainbow. No. Even the weather, we can learn from the weather. It rains, it gets dark, but what? Tomorrow the sun's gonna come up, regardless. I truly love that you took that part, because having that, oh, I'm the man, I don't cry. Does that take you somewhere?
Well, I mean, just a little bit about my background. My oldest son, he has autism. So in my family, I don't have no history at all of, any type of special needs or autism or, any type of disability on that level. So when it happened to me, it hit me worse than anybody else. Now, I'm only speaking for myself because I know it hit my wife hard as well, probably twice as hard. And I never took her feelings into consideration until after I start listening, to myself and my conscience speak and say, it's just not all about you. So my second year when my son is born and all these things happen, you're 23, you're 24 years old, you have the whole world in front of you, then boom, all of a sudden life throws you a curveball. I didn't know how to react. And the problem is, I sheltered myself and I put myself in the bubble and shell that held tight. I didn't start opening up until 3 years later. For a long time, none of my teammates knew about him. It wasn't because I wasn't, and the sad part is, I say I was ashamed of him, but I really was ashamed of myself because I didn't know how to voice my hurt, voice my pain. And then when I was able to exhale, really, pretty much, and understand, it's okay, because I'm not the only one. But this has also given me opportunity as a man to open up to other men that are dealing with the same situation. So as time went on, I got to talking more, and then it became comfortable. Because anytime I mention, my son Josiah, I get all choked up, I get emotional. Now I can open up a conversation. We can just talk and figure things out. Does it get emotional sometimes? Absolutely. I'm a human being. It should be. That's your blood. That's your family. It affects you and all of that. It affects everybody else around you. But not only that, it takes a village to raise a kid. I have a whole team around that, whether it's my parents, whether it's Sarah's parents, not only that, I got my brothers and sisters. It's all locked in the community, focusing on one in order to make him achieve better. And knowing that, that's why I'm coaching and also progressing myself, because if I get lazy, when I'm dead and gone from this planet, I want to make sure that my boys are taken care of well beyond, anything else I could imagine. It's not all about being rich. It's all about generating generational wealth to where if something does happen, everything will be taken care of.
I'm glad you mentioned that last part, the transmit the generation wealth. Mm-hmm. Because when somebody died, they're like, oh, he has left a car, a house, mm-hmm. But how about the knowledge? Does that person leave you with a knowledge, with wisdom? What was that person give to you that you can be able to create something? We have been transferring material things generation after generation, but are we transferring the wisdom? Are we transferring the knowledge generation after generation? That if you know better, tell somebody else, so that somebody's going to tell somebody else, and we can make knowledge go viral. The things that I see in society, in my point of view, is mainly they transfer car. Why did he give it to you when he's dead? Oh, he's going to leave me his car. No, I'm going to start wearing his clothes. No, I'm going to take his house. How about the wisdom? What is the legacy? Material stuff can disappear like that. But wisdom is gonna stay with you. And if you share it with somebody else, that somebody else is gonna share with that somebody else. And I prefer having somebody that is confident, somebody that is smart, know himself, than somebody who is full of material things. Material possession comes and goes, but there are more important things in life. If your goal is to have all those material things, that's okay. But I think there is better things to focus on. And also, I said a lot of people are fighting to have more money, to be more successful, to have more fame. But how many people are fighting for love? How many people are fighting for peace of mind? How many people are fighting for kindness? You know, add something else, Coach?
Man, it's like you said, everybody's focused on trying to keeping up with the Joneses, I believe. You know, there's always going to be somebody, you know, everybody's not going to be Elon Musk. No. I forgot the man's name from Amazon.
Jeff Bezos.
Yes, Jeff, correct?
Jeff, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, everybody's not going to be that. But, like you said, a peace of mind and happiness, knowing that you can get up and just feel good.
Grateful to be alive. Be healthy.
Just be healthy, because it doesn't matter, no matter how much money you have, health and a peace of mind and happiness will outweigh that by any type of scale, jewelry, or car, or anything like that. Trust me, I know.
Now that you have mentioned Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, let's talk about business. Are you in a business involved? Have you created any business?
Well,
planning to?
My wife, she started her own spice company. She has her own thing on Instagram. I'm horrible at business. I'd rather manage people than actually manage a business. That's when you need to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. Because I'm not a good businessman. But that goes to show you have to understand yourself and your strengths and weaknesses. And because if you try to start something and you don't have no clue, no knowledge, you will fail. You know, and the thing is, but the problem is, when you fail, you give up because you didn't start off with the right mindset. Okay, so if this is what I need to do, what do I need to do to put in place in order for it to happen? But that's why I'm going into coaching, because my skill is football. So why not pursue that and make that the very best thing I can do?
Because that's your strength.
That's my strength. So why not continue that and make it better at the same time, figure things out as you go. If it's football, you can create a lot of different things from that. You can create different equipment, offer new software for watching film and evaluating players. Not only that, you can become, you know, AD if it's not right for you. There's many different areas I can look at, but you have to understand yourself first before you can do that.
I agree. And we're my generation. In this country, I have a few people saying, "Oh, no, he dropped out of college, but he's a billionaire. No, he didn't go to high school, but he's a billionaire. Let me do the same thing." I haven't known nobody who's a billionaire or multimillionaire that's stupid, that is lazy, or that is arrogant. Those people, regardless that they drop out of high school or college, they had a skill. They put the time, they put the work to build whatever they build, regardless of if they have the degree or they did not. Elon Musk, do you know how much time did he spend building Tesla or PayPal? We don't, but you might say, "Oh no, that person is rich, but he didn't go to college." So for you, a degree guarantee you success in this in how the work is going? I don't think so. A degree is just a piece of paper that the person which his name or her name is there, you are the person who put value to your degree. So I think it's good to make sure that you can defend yourself with or without a degree. You're going to drop out, that's your choice. But at least make sure you have a skill, you have the ability, you have the wisdom, you have the discipline, you have the consistency to do something that you know. Maybe now it's not going to give you the money that you want or the happiness that you want, but in the long term, it's going to give it to you. Also, our generation focus on having things easily. I want it now, right now. No, I want you now. They don't want to spend time. Oh, let me wait. Let me build this. Let me go step by step. Oh, I fell on this. No. I want it now. I want the billion now. I want the million now. No. It is a process. It might take somebody else a month. It might take you a year. It's okay because everybody has their own timing. Everybody is a whole different and separate world. You can't compare your success to somebody else's success. Why would you do that? Do you and the person have the same mind? Saying that you cannot compare your failure with somebody else's failure. Because you and that person don't have the same mind. We tend to focus on, oh, he did that. But think, who do you know that has billions, trillions, that is stupid, that is lazy, that don't have character? Who? I don't think nobody. All the people that make money, not only money, there's a difference between make money and maintain the money that you have. If somebody has money or has wealth, look at the person's habits, look at the person's attitude, look at the person's mindset. You will understand where all that money comes from.
Ooh.
And yeah, we're about to finish, Coach, because I know you have other things to do. Now we have to talk. We have to touch a current topic.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, it's funny to me the topic, but hey, we're here to talk and to spread anything positive.
Mm-hmm.
OnlyFans.
Well,
What are your thoughts?
I mean,
Honest opinion.
honest opinion,
Yeah.
it's not bothering me. I could care less because anything like that doesn't affect what I do. If a person found and carved out a niche for themselves to generate some type of cash flow, hey, I'm all up for it. Who am I to judge?
Who am I?
I mean, maybe, maybe they may not take kindly to me coaching. So I can't get mad at that person. I can't knock a hustle. So, hey, if that's what it is, that's what it is. And not OnlyFans is not just meant for, nudity or any pornographic type of stuff. I've seen OnlyFans offering real estate. I guess music being shared, for actually OnlyFans, almost like a subscription. It's a subscription, a private subscription for a music that you haven't got. So like that, I don't knock the hustle. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me not one bit. And hey, if that's what you want to do, have at it.
Who are we to judge?
I can't judge anybody for that.
It's your choice, and as he mentioned, if that's the way you make money and you choose to make money out of it, it's your life, it's your body. Who are we to come and judge? But what my thoughts was OnlyFans are that since it's easy money, I'm gonna focus on the female because I care about females and I'm all about females empowering, females knowing themselves, and females doing good in life.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna dedicate your life only to do OnlyFans, not as he mentioned that maybe real estate or maybe music, but you're gonna dedicate it to pornography, think about it. OnlyFans is just an app, a link that can disappear at any time, just like any other social media. So if you put all your attention, all your energy, on your time on doing it, and then boom, the app disappear, is your life gonna disappear as well? The same happened to all the other social media, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. People build a life there. They start making money there. But if we cut off all that social media, will you still have money? I'm saying all of that just to make anybody realize that do not only put all your energy in one thing. If you can create multiple sources of income, good for you, go for it. Don't just focus, oh no, because this is the new top, I'm gonna do this. No, we human beings, we are capable of doing great, amazing things. We will not just build to do one thing. We can do a lot of great, amazing things. But how? It's gonna start with you. Are you willing to do it? If you're a TikToker and you can be a YouTuber, why not? You can have a Facebook page, you can have an online store, why not? I'm gonna use myself as an example. I do YouTube video, this is my podcast, I have a Facebook account, I have an online store right now, this is my merch. From my online store, you can see my slogan, I think. I don't know where did I put it, maybe the other side. Do you see it, Coach? No?
Might be on the other side.
This side?
Might be on that side.
We're fighting to find, where are you? Do you see it?
I cannot see
No,
it.
let me see. Do you?
No, you know what? I don't think you have logo.
No?
No
Swear.
logo on the back. No logo on the back.
No way.
No logo
No,
on the
Coach,
back.
I don't believe you, Coach. No. No, swear.
Unless they didn't put it on there correctly. Yeah, I don't see no logo. Oh, there it is, right there. There it is.
Okay, there
I
you
see it.
go.
It was
There
right
you go. There you go. Here. I have my own online store and I sell merch. By the way, the link is in the description if you want to get something from my online store. That's the point. I know I can do more and I know I can be better and do better, so I'm trying to create as much as I can. You cannot only rely on one thing. How about if that thing shut down? What will you do? What will you do? What? Will your life disappear if TikTok disappear or if OnlyFans disappear? No. And you have to be real with yourself. The same person who is on social media, I wish is the same person you are in real life. Because a lot of times we find out, oh, somebody in social media is this girl look like that, but then you see her in person, you're like, hold on. You watch the picture, you watch the person? No. Who's that? I hope that's not the case of anybody. Be real. You only have one self. You only have one life, one heart, one mind. Be that person 24/7. No matter where you are, no matter what you are doing, stay true to yourself. Anything to add, Coach?
No, that's perfect right there.
Why are you smiling?
No, that was perfect. I mean, you dropped some mean knowledge on me. That was perfect.
Dating, relationships.
Well, I've been married for around 2010.
2010. We in 2020, 21.
Yes.
How many years is that?
Oof.
Is that 11?
11 years. That's 11 years I've been been actually doing count dating.
How? What can make a marriage last?
It's going to be communication. Communication by far. I have yet to run in any perfect couples, but relationships last with communication. If you're understanding and listening, the minute we close off our ears and stop listening, that's when everything dies. Because if you stop talking and stop having conversations, whether that's difficult conversations or positive conversations, you won't grow because the other person would either cease or start wanting to fight and complain, and then you have fight back with whatever you want. So I say communication is by far the keyest to relationship. It's my personal opinion, and I'm a young couple.
I agree, but another thing that I would want to add is who are you before the relationship or the marriage or the friendship? Because we tend to believe that when I will have a boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband, I will be happy. I don't think it works. If you are unhappy with yourself alone, you're gonna be more unhappy with somebody else in your life. Why? Because your happiness is your full-time job. It depends on you. It's your happiness. The moment you put your happiness in somebody else's hands, you are no control of it. That person is not you. That person doesn't know how you feel. That person doesn't know what you think. So what will you put your happiness in somebody else's hands? Before loving somebody else, go out there and love yourself. Before supporting somebody else, go and support yourself. Before taking care of somebody else, cherishing somebody else, celebrating somebody else, do all of those positive good things to yourself first. That way you can give it to anyone. An example of what I'm talking about. If I have a glass of water and it's empty, can I give water to Coach? I cannot. I have an empty cup. What will I give to him? That's why I need to fill the cup. I need to fulfill myself so I can be able to fulfill somebody else. If I'm empty, what can I offer to you? Nothing. But if I'm full, I know myself, I love myself, I have that confidence, I can offer things to people. But sometimes it goes the opposite way. We think the next person will make me happy, the next million will make me happy, the next move will make me happy, the next car, the next house, the next phone. No. Your happiness is yours, is your full-time job. You are your full-time job. Your mental, your physical health is on you. Don't put it on somebody else. Why will you do that? It's you, right? And if you have to be selfish for your mental health, it'd be like, for example, you don't put yourself in certain situations. It's okay. I do it. I do it a lot of times. Me, I don't go where people don't celebrate me, where they don't appreciate me, where they don't value me. I don't go. Why? Because I love myself that much that I cannot put myself in a negative situation. You can call it selfish, but I'm protecting my peace of mind. If I know in that place I'm not welcome, why will I go? If I know that person don't want to be with me, why will I be with that person? I don't know if I'm explaining.
Oh no,
I think
right.
I'm trying to explain my point that it's you. You have to know yourself. You have to take care of yourself. It's your responsibility. Nobody in this world owns you nothing. Nobody, even your mom and your dad. Do they own you any? Are they obligated to do anything to you? No. But you are your responsibility. There is a saying that goes that it's not your fault if you were born in a poor family, but it's your fault to die in one. Why? Because you can make changes. You can change. You can create something. If your family has been having something negative generation after generation, you can be the person who broke it. You can be the person who make the difference. You can be the person who bring joy, who bring love to your house, to your community. But it starts with yourself. If you cannot do it, if I cannot change myself, I cannot change nobody else. If I'm not able to fix my mistakes, my bad attitudes, my bad habits, or my mindset, I cannot even try to fix nobody else. Why? If I can with me, how will I with somebody else? It starts with you. You. If you cannot with you, can you with somebody else? I don't think so. You know, anything to add, Coach?
Oh, man, you hit it right on the head. That was solid right
Okay. Have you thought about being a singer or sing or rapping or something?
there. No, absolutely not.
Who's your favorite singer?
Favorite singer?
Yeah.
I mean, currently right now, I got to go with Big Crit. You know, Mississippi rapper, and just because he influenced by UGK, all Southern type of rapper, and his music just speaks volume. And then right now, also closing up is Toby. I can't say his last name. Out of Houston. And so, because his music speaks volume and it speaks soul, and that's what I try to listen to, is soul.
What are some music you listen to what are some workouts? Do you listen to rap?
Oh, absolutely.
R&B when you work out?
I mean, it all depends on what type of day I'm feeling. I listen to a variety, whether it's country, rock, or how I'm feeling that day. It doesn't matter to me because I grew up in an environment where I listen to different, genres, whether it's rock, country, whatever made me feel good at the current time.
You're gonna go and listen
I'm gonna
to
go listen to it. So.
We're about to finish with the last part. What are your thoughts in mental health?
I think it's probably bigger than what we, not making it out to be. If we're not focusing on mental health, your body will follow the way your head goes. If you're down, if you choosing one to be down, your body will be down. It will hurt twice as much. It will move twice as slow if you're not thinking fast enough. When you feel good,
you do good.
You do look good. I mean, you will literally get through the day. If you wake up and say, you know what, I'm gonna have a bad day, or it's not looking too right, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna happen that way. So you wake up with a positive mindset, even if things go wrong.
Some people think that doesn't work.
No, it does.
Saying positive things to yourself, they're like, that's crap. What will I say to myself? I'm positive, I'm strong. Will I say those positive things to yourself? But I think it works.
Yes.
To talk positive to yourself.
It absolutely does work.
Do you have a routine? Like a morning routine?
Oh man, I get up every day at 5.
Me 4:30. I got a point.
I get up at 5, I eat breakfast, I hydrate, go work out at 6, and then after that, I go to work, whether that's being a dad, being a coach, whatever the case may be. I get my body moving to adjust the day. Because if I don't get my workout in, then my mind's not correct for the rest of the day because I'm worried about it the rest of the day. Same
to me. I work up, I have time to, do you meditate? Do you believe
every now and then. Okay. I sit in a quiet room sometimes.
Some people don't believe in meditate. Oh, that's boring. If you all know the benefits of meditation, you will not be talking. I wake up, I meditate. While meditating, I pray, I change, and I go work out. It's because I believe if you don't have a way to set up your day, if you don't have a to-do list, you're gonna be in the to-do list of somebody else. If you don't take completely power of your day, starting especially when you start your day, you know that, hey, I'm going to do this because I choose to do it, because I want to, maybe because of your goals or for your personal benefit or for your mental health. If you cannot have power of your day, somebody else will come with his or her schedule and use you. Why? Because you don't have a schedule. You don't have a program for your day, so somebody else will come and give you his program. It's the same with dreams and goals. If you can't work for your dreams and goals, you're going to end up working for somebody else's dreams and goals. Simple. I'm not saying it, it's a fact. So think about it. And mental health is huge. For me, mental goes before physical. Mental goes before physical. And talking about physicality, we can add that to what I asked you about. I have the relationship. Nowadays, some people, I don't know everybody in the world, some people tend to focus more on the physicality of their partners. But they forget about their mindset. Mainly boys towards girls. I don't know if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're correct.
So why do you think it's that? Why do we focus more on your looks? How do you dress? How do you talk? But we don't think about how do he thinks, how his type of heart. Why that?
I mean, that's just how we're wired, to be honest with you. I mean, you can argue with somebody to the blue in the face. I think men are wired the way we are. That just comes from, way back then. I can't never figure it out. I can't never understand women fully. So women are built different other than men. That's just plain and simple. Men are always going to, I'm not going to say all, but the majority, we go after the laws of attraction first before we understand the mindset, because that's just how we're built. That's my personal opinion, but I think we go after the law of attraction, and then we don't think with the right mindset before anything else, because that's just how we built. Women are more mature than guys, because at certain age, especially when we're young, girls are playing house, playing tea sets, have dolls and stuff, learning how to be parents way before how to be responsible. Guys, we're taught to go play action figures, rough house. So by the time we start maturing and try to understand what love is, we're already well past that. But from that point, in between that point and then, we're still young men, let alone boys, and dealing with actual women that are looking to mature and try to do the right things.
Beauty without character, without peace, without a strong mindset, I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to give an example. Me as a female, I'm looking at the big picture. Me as a female, I don't want to give my children my looks. I want to be able to give them power, to give them love, to give them happiness. But how can I do that? I can be like, hey kid, look at me, this is the selfie of your mom. That's not going to help my kid any way. But if me as a mom, I'm strong, I'm positive, I have a positive mind, I have character, I'm kind, I can give that to my kids. And if I give it to my kids, my kids can give it to their kids. So I'm making sure I'm transferring the good that I have. It's good to look nice. If you want to look nice, if it's your goal, go for it. But what I'm trying to say is that let's not focus so much on the physicality that we forget that there is the mental part. If you marry someone based on how that person looks, remember, those abs are going to fail. That big butt that you are after is going to drop. If he's tall, he has big muscle, he can carry me. He get all those muscles going to go away. But if you're going to marry or be with a person based on his mindset, the type of heart, his energy or her energy, you're going to last longer, because those things in a human being don't vanish like that. Another point is, if somebody don't look good physically for you, you can do surgery. You can put makeup on, right? There is options to fix the physical part. But how about if somebody is dumb? If somebody is lazy? If somebody is negative? How do you live with that? How do you deal with that? You see? But at the end of the day, it's a matter of choice. You choose. And how Coach was saying in the beginning, whatever you water, it grows. If you water negativity, it grows. If you water positivity, it grows. If you water drama, gossip, laziness, it's gonna grow. If you water discipline, consistency, dedication, education, it's gonna grow.
Absolutely.
So now, Coach, we're done. Thank you for this amazing. I enjoy a lot. I learn a lot. I listen to a lot, and it was nice. I enjoyed these conversations. Thank you for giving me your time. And this is a free mic. You want to say something about the podcast, about me, about the video? All you.
Hey, this was awesome. I wasn't expecting this, but I'm glad it happened because not only I learned a lot from myself, I'm learning a lot from the host here. So thank you for everything.
Thank you, Coach.
Much appreciated, Saul.
So we're gonna do it again? No, remember, before that, they need to subscribe. Tell them to subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe to this channel. I see a lot of people do the link stuff and all
there you
that.
go.
Do the link stuff, subscribe. That was solid workout, and I'm pretty sure there's other great work that you should go to.
So this was Bodyguard of the Mind. There you
Bodyguard
go.
of the Mind.
Yes. Thank you, Coach.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye. Subscribe.